introduced to all of this, and the hero's journey was introduced with it. I didn't quite understand it at first, but when I picked my steps and I started going through this, I started to really connect. It really is its own journey, and it's a great journey too.
It's like a whole new way, innovative way of introducing new students to exactly what they should expect in this program, which is just a ton of creativity, but in multimedia, which some people like separate those two. I feel like technology, creativity, but here you get to see it all in action and be very much a part of it. And yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's hard to look at a sheet of paper with all the different degrees and pick one out. It's really easy to go through the hero's journey interactively and then visualize what you're going to be doing and seeing all the objects you can interact with in real life.
And on top of that, when you're in a room with a counselor in real life versus Second Life, it's harder to understand what it really entails, especially when you feel pressured to pick one right away when you're with that counselor. Mm-hmm. Whereas Second Life, it feels more relaxed because it feels more like a game than it does a meeting or any of those things. It allows you to really explore what it could mean for you. It can do things like have job fairs just in that other virtual world.
Yeah, you can't use the monster outfit.
No portfolio. You are your portfolio.
In the virtual world, you can just have your entire resume floating above your head if you want.
You're good.
So long as you make it a texture and put a brim above your head.
You can just make your outfit out of it, you know? That'll be
your entire outfit is just what your name is, your skills, your skill sets, your prior jobs, your references on your socks.
You can do anything. Yeah.
Hello, this is Clara, and I'm here to walk you through the beginning part of the journey. So this journey was made in Second Life, and its point was made so that students could go through and interact with a 3D environment and learn more about the college and its programs there. This whole project is by students, and each year and each quarter, students add onto the project. Throughout this journey, you're going to come across a lot of symbolism. That's a big part of it. A lot of it is supposed to share a lot of wisdom and recommendation to students, and there's a lot of different animals, and each animal has a different symbolistic meaning, and all of the objects have a symbolism as well. There's infographics, which are like these poster boards all over the map. You kind of just follow along, and these are your buddies. They'll explain what that area is about. So the first step of the hero's journey is the ordinary world, and here you can see it actually tells you more about it. So this step refers to the hero's normal life, and it's where they're at before they're called to the adventure. And there's slideshows like in a lot of places, so they're pretty cool and interactive. And these boards you'll be able to find everywhere. They have the students' infographics works, and they're supposed to go with each step. So there's 12 of these, and there's various ones. You can click on it and it'll change for you. See, at the beginning, we're accumulating a shop area, so you can take all these gears with you when you first start. And there's a lot of accoutrements. In the closet, we actually have textbooks from the classes here, like Hitchhiker's Guide. This whole project is supposed to be kind of like that. It's a guide, Hitchhiker's Guide. Renne always had us have a journey journal where we can write down all of our ideas and thoughts, and every creative person, I guess, likes, or so I say, likes to have a creative journal. So that's what we have here. You can click on it and get that. And there's also, you can get different various stuff. You click on it and buy it. And you click on this, and you get to wear, or it's actually free, but you get to buy different types of pirate hats, and you can pick whatever color you want for them. So this will go with the school theme, Peninsula College. Anyways, yeah, these cupboards, you can actually open them. I haven't put stuff in them yet, but it's work in progress. And so this is the ordinary world. As you see, these are the famous lazy couch. And here's also a slideshow that you can interact with. It takes a little bit for it to render, but it's interesting. It's PlayStation. And here are the animal of this theme, Matrix and Beatrix. So it's one of them is obviously a bad influence, the one that's on the lazy couch. And then the other one is here on the light bulb and is getting you to go on your adventure. So, yeah, the call of the adventure. And here's the steering helm. This is a reoccurring theme throughout it. Each color goes with a step of a journey. That is kind of interesting. Then it's a circle because your journey is sort of like a cycle, and it can apply to your life over and over again. And so there's all kinds of animals, like there's baby deer, there's frogs, these keys. All these keys are along the map and stuff have a meaning behind them. I believe in the beginning they actually had a key circle and it had what they represented. So in the beginning you want to make sure you look at all that stuff so you have a better idea of what they mean. So you can take your time walking through. I'd recommend not rushing through anything. And so the second step is call to adventure. And just walk through here. And here we go, is another infographics. You can click on that. And see, these mirrors were actually made by students in the 3D design class, or one of the students in the 3D design class. There's actual objects everywhere. And there's this neat path, and it's like can apply to a bunch of different students. You go down, which other one applies to you. Like there's like worker training students, running start, and life learning and experienced students, traditional students, etc. So, and then these deer also symbolize those different types of students. We go in here to step 3, and refusal to call. Anyways, and there's also these treasure chests throughout the map. You click on them, and you actually will get goodies from that. And there's different objects that you can collect for free from interacting with this place. And so you just want to look out for all the different kind of objects on here. This is kind of like an I Spy. See if you can find all the different animals. And you can just like make sure to look at these signs, because it'll tell you more about each step and how you can apply it to starting school or background, which is what we are applying the hero's journey to, is going to college. So we kind of structured it after that, so you can go and explore it and see how we did that. And I think it's really cool. And it's cool because it collects, it's like a showcase of all the students' work throughout the years. And I think it has some interesting information. I know I've learned quite a bit from it, and I've seen it change a lot since I worked on it. And I think people have been working on it for a few years. So I like to see where this goes, or how much it improves over the years. So that would be interesting. Well, I think that's pretty far enough for the hero's journey. I hope to see you in here. It's pretty cool to look at all the different objects that people made. They're pretty much in least unexpected areas, so you kind of just have to watch out for them. Like especially this neat little thing, this little staff someone made. It's pretty cool. And I think like there's actually some objects, you click on them and you get little bonus items, or like Easter eggs or something, I guess you would call them. And so it's a lot of fun, a lot of interesting information, and I would highly recommend that you go and check it out if you're into interesting ways of things being presented, and education, and having a little bit of fun along the way. Why not? It's cool. Well, log it off.
Black sunglasses, famous faces, obscene thoughts can all these places. Dark disguises, hiding habits of the rich and famous.
I'm excited that I get to create and build things and add to, because you can see what everyone else has added to it over the years, and we're just another round of like creative people coming through and adding more, and yeah, it's really awesome. It's just like quarters worth of everyone's creativity and ideas, and I like being part of it and building my friendship bracelets, which is totally gender neutral, like just a plain cuff, and yeah, that's just a little present for coming and looking at all my information in my beautiful little area in my second life.
I feel not only like I have ownership, but like more freedom in Second Life with things, and it allows me to interact more with my classmates, because in any other class I feel like I'm blending into the background, whereas in Second Life, in this virtual world, I'm able to really be me and do silly, crazy things, like make my avatar an egg.
I was about to say, you're an egg!
to make people laugh, to make people happy, and because of that, I've really been able to come out of my shell more than I would have otherwise. And I'm
Shell. No pun intended.
Maybe the pun was intended, and I was hoping.
yeah.
And I was hoping. Well, pun's intended now. Yeah, it really allowed me to really interact more with others, and I've been known basically all of my life as the one that the kind of wallflower, the person that kind of sits in the back of class and doesn't interact much, because that's how I've always been and how I really felt. And with Second Life, I was able to really start to be out there more and interact more.
And dance.
Dance and make people laugh and actually be more social.
Which I think in turn also makes you more social in real life, because we see your egg and we see your personality represented in Second Life, and therefore we are closer in real life as well.
Yeah, and that kind of breaks down that wall that is there in real life for me, because once you get to know who I am through Second Life and how silly I can be, and you guys seem to be happy with that, it allowed me to kind of reach out more and really interact with you, because I don't feel like there's that wall there anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Angie, because you're new to you're new to the hero's journey and all this stuff.
You are now.
What has surprised you so far in working on the project?
How much you can do in Second Life. It's not like any other game. It's really difficult to dress, but it gives you so many more options. It's like you can pretty much do anything. You could have a whole online school in there.
So I was focusing on making my store for this quarter. So last quarter I made some high tops and socks, and I'm going to try and use some like cool t-shirts and stuff, and I want to be able to monetize that so I can be able to sell it and make money off of that, which would be cool. But it also fits into the hero's journey. I think I'm doing it under step 10, which is the hero's journey home. And so you can come into my shop and pick up a souvenir for your way back home. Come back with some cool kicks. So that's been really fun for me because I can do it for free technically. It's only like 10 lindens or something for me to upload a texture. But in real life, if I wanted to like make my whole like custom shoe line, it'd be so expensive and so hard. But it's been really fun and easy, and it's cool to kind of express yourself through clothing. I'm wearing like a lot of dark colors right now, but it is fun to like make yellow shoes that like nobody in real life would really wear except me.
Yeah.
But on Second Life, I feel like a lot of people would probably resonate with weird, wacky clothes. So you can change your clothes as much as you want.
Black sunglasses.
What is my side quest about? What inspired me to come up with the Veterans Club is that, one, I really wasn't understanding the project to begin with. So I was thinking, on campus here we have a Veterans Club, but it doesn't technically have a meeting place. They just meet at different places. So I thought, well, why can't we build a Veterans Club in Second Life? We're doing a representation of Peninsula College in Second Life, so let's make a Veterans Club. Different veterans social meeting places are important to me as a veteran. So my hopes for this was that veterans can come into Second Life and meet and enjoy that camaraderie that they experience with their years in the military. No matter what branch you served in, veterans like to be with other veterans. They like to share stories and experiences. And another thing that I thought of with this is if veterans are suffering from PTSD and they want to talk, they might be more willing to talk when they're creating an avatar image of themselves and having a username that's not them, because veterans are taught from early on that we're men, we're soldiers, women, we're tough. We don't let these things get to us. We're just supposed to keep them inside and deal with them. But it's becoming harder and harder all the time. And back in the World War II days, they called it shell shock. Said somebody's suffering from shell shock if they were having trouble dealing with the memories of combat. And now they call it PTSD. Some people can deal with it okay, some people can't. My opinion is that if you've been in those situations, you're gonna have PTSD. No matter what, it's gonna be there. Those are things that you'll never unsee. And so if people can come in here and maintain their anonymity by having a username and password, they might be more likely to want to get things off their chest. That's a hope of mine, a dream of mine. The statistic is 22 veterans commit suicide every day, and if we can make something like this available so they can talk and get things off their chest and learn how to deal with things, and save one person, then it was a success. So that's what my hopes are for the Veterans Club and Second Life.
Several jobs that were low-paying jobs, but computer jobs. I realized that I would like a degree to go along with it, and that my learning had not reached its fulfillment yet. And so came here to PC to get a degree, and it turns out that I'm getting not just one degree, but 2 degrees. One in systems administration, the other one in cybersecurity. It's given me quite a bit of confidence. In fact, all the professors here have been incredibly helpful on this journey. When I came into this program, I immediately felt like I was the least educated person here at the college, especially in the technology program where there's so many younger students there. But after being helped by many of the professors and shown what I can do and just being allowed to do what I need to do, I have significantly more confidence and ability to just go out and start doing the things I need to do.